Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. I'm really excited about today's video because it's going to be another kind of chatty Q&A on a subject that I feel like I speak with my friends a lot and that I think a lot about in daily life, and that is hair removal. Really excitingly, I partnered up with Veet for this video and we've got a fun video in store. I asked you guys to send me in, number one, your hair removal confessions, and number two, any questions that you had for like advice on hair removal. So I'm gonna start with the confessions because I feel like some of these are so relatable and so funny, and then we're gonna get into the advice section. Go and grab yourself some snacks, a cup of tea, a drink, a glass of wine, whatever you fancy. Confession time. Whenever I stay at my boyfriend's house, I always use his razor he has on his bathroom cabinet to shave my underarms and down there. I always put it back so he never knows. Oh my god, are you literally me? I used to do this with my ex all the time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've done it with every boyfriend that I've ever had. After my first bikini wax, I left and cried to my mum down the phone. I then spent the afternoon with my best friends on the sofa with an ice pack on my vagina. Oh my god, I really feel for you. Bikini waxes can be super painful. Oh, you have good friends. I didn't realize you had to warm up the wax, and I put it straight on my bikini line and ripped it off. No hair or any of the wax came off, and I had a load of horrible sticky wax I could not get off. I had to spend an hour in the bath scrubbing. Never used wax since. Oh my god, girl, this is why you read the instructions / use wax strips that you don't have to heat up. I hope this video is gonna convince you to give waxing another go. I've been getting my eyebrows done since I was 9, as my mum caught me razoring them off. Do you mean like do you mean fully like shaving your whole eyebrow off? Do you mean shaving the ends of them off like people used to do? Do you mean like just like going around the edges with a razor? This just reminds me of that scene in Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging where she like shaves her eyebrow off. Tried doing my own Hollywood wax and couldn't take the pain, so had to shave the rest. Girl, I feel you. I did this one time and it's so funny because where you wax it grows out so much slower than where you shave. So I had like patches where I'd wax which was still like super smooth, and then like the patches where you shave comes through, but it's all good. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. Now we're gonna move on to the advice section of the video. These are the questions that you guys sent me in with your hair removal dilemmas. Okay, number one. At the age of 24, I still don't really know what I'm doing. Also scared AF of getting anything waxed. I was actually quite late on the bandwagon to waxing for this exact reason. I was very scared of it, and I started off by doing it at home. I actually prefer to do my own bikini wax because I feel like I'm in control of it. I mean, it's cheaper, it's just like easy to do. I can do it at midnight on a Thursday if I fancy. But I actually find that the pain isn't as bad as you think. So I mean, these are what I've been using recently. They're the Veet cold wax strips. You don't have to heat them up. So for me, because I'm on Roaccutane, I can't use hot wax. These are ideal and they're so flipping easy to use. They have something called Easy Gel in them, which means that they can remove even really short hair. So that's really good for like bikini line removal. Like, I don't always like to let it grow a lot. I do this maybe like every 10 days. All you do with these wax strips is you peel them, make sure you kind of hold your leg out at an angle, smooth it down. So like with a plaster, you pull it off. The faster you pull it off, the quicker it gets over and done with, and you just want to like carry on doing it, smoothing, pulling, quick as you can. And then actually in these boxes, this is really good. You have these little wipes, so you can wipe the area and clean up any like residue that might be there. Okay, next question. I have so much regrowth. I have to shave every day to remain hairless. Some friends are once a week. literally what I just said. Waxing, honestly, your hair grows back so much slower than it does with shaving. I don't know what your friends are on about saying that they have to shave once a week, because the majority of my friends are the same, like literally bikini line, you can shave it and then the next day like you have stubble. I know with these strips, like it has lasted me weeks before my hair has actually started to regrow, because obviously it pulls the hair out from the root, whereas shaving I'd have to do it maybe like every other day. Waxing or even hair removal cream, actually your hair grows back so much slower. Let me tell you a little story. I recently went on holiday and my friend was like, I want to remove my hair but I don't want to shave because I always get a shaving rash and then it looks really bad on holiday. So I gave her the Veet hair removal cream, which I've been using on my legs recently, because number one, I'm really lazy, and number two, like I said, like the regrowth is so much slower. This one is again for sensitive skin. This is for your body, for your legs. It also has 35% less chemicals with hair removal cream, which I feel like that's what people are concerned about. Is, you know, obviously the hair removal creams out when we were a lot younger weren't as advanced as these. Anyway, she used this the day before, and then literally throughout our whole holiday, I mean, we only went for 5 days, but if she had shaved, it would have been growing back. She was looking at her legs like, this is crazy. My legs are so smooth and I haven't had any regrowth. Like usually she gets like a razor rash where it goes back. And literally I want her to come on here and tell you how amazing it is. I mean, I can tell you, but I always recommend the products that I use, that I talk about on here, to my friends, because I genuinely use them, love them, want to like shout about them. So in terms of regrowth, a hair removal cream could also be amazing because it lasts like 2 times as long as shaving. So sometimes I'll put it on my legs, my underarms, my bikini line, then you just wait 10 minutes and then just wash it off and you are good to go. Next question. I'm torn as to what to do with my mustache. Do I leave it natural? I'm so self-conscious about it. Okay, so obviously this is a video about hair removal, but when I talk about hair removal, like, it's a choice. I would never tell anyone what to do with their body hair, tell you to remove it or whatever. I'm only talking about this because it's something I do, not all the time. Sometimes I let my hair grow, sometimes I fancy removing it. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to say that you shouldn't feel under pressure to remove your hair, in specific your mustache, if you don't want to. This is a fun fact for you, I didn't remove my mustache until this year, like during lockdown. It was lockdown where it got to me, where I was just looking at my face so much in the mirror that I just removed it. So honestly, if it doesn't bother you, if it's other people that are telling you that you need to remove it, then they need to politely go away. But then on the other hand, if you are self-conscious about it and it would make you feel better about yourself if you were to remove it, then again, there's no shame in that. That's totally your choice. I definitely would recommend facial hair removal cream because that's super easy. Also, a lot of my friends do this. You can use a lightener cream on it. Next question. I'm terrified of waxing my lady parts. Obviously it's safe, but how bad is it? Like, really, really? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, obviously it hurts, but like I spoke about earlier, it's nowhere near as bad as people make out that it is. Obviously, because it's a sensitive area, it is like, it's gonna hurt, but I just feel like the benefits of actually waxing that area are so great. So these ones are for your bikini and underarm, but I just love these strips because they're so easy to use, and I don't think that they're that scary because there's no heating involved, and they have a nice scent, and it's just like a more pleasing experience. It makes the pain worth it. Next question. No matter whether I wax or shave down there, always gets really irritated and red. It is so important, if your area is getting irritated, it's so important that you're prepping and you're doing the right aftercare, because it's all very well like doing everything right in between, but I feel like the key to not getting irritation is the prep, and then the, I'm not going to say maintenance, but just making sure that you're like looking after the area down there afterwards. So for me, in terms of prep work, I'll always, in the shower before I do it, will obviously make sure the area is clean and also exfoliate it. I've just found that this helps me in terms of like ingrown hairs and redness and stuff. Afterwards, you want to make sure you keep the area moisturized. Obviously, don't put moisturizers in places that they're not meant for. I also had a question that said, how do you get all the way under, shaving / waxing, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of the time with like hard to reach / difficult areas, it's really good to do it in front of a mirror. So maybe don't do it whilst you're in the shower. This is what I do a lot of the time with my bikini line, just like spread my legs in front of a mirror, because that's honestly the easiest way to do like the underneath. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I really like just sitting down and doing these kind of Q&As about various different topics. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this, if you can relate. Like, I hope that this advice has been helpful to you. I feel like one positive of lockdown was definitely that I got my hair removal routine down to a T. Please do give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye!